Good afternoon. My name's Lindsay and I'll be your social worker.
Hi, I'm Joe Bismarck.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Okay. Well, as your social worker, I wanted to explain a little bit about my role and then go over our policy on confidentiality. I'm here to listen to you, provide advice as needed, and when asked, please, if I'm ever wrong in assuming how you're feeling, what you want to talk about, please don't hesitate to correct me. Also, I'm here to help discover needs, listen to you, talk about your needs, and I'm here to help develop and meet your goals. The goal for today's session is just to get to know each other. And then we'll move on in the next session and beyond. Please know that what we discuss is private. However, I'm what's called a mandated reporter. This means I do have to tell any appropriate parties if you are being hurt by someone or you plan on hurting yourself or someone else. Do you understand my role and confidentiality and have any questions?
Yes, I understand. No, I do not have any questions.
Okay. Well, that's good. And may I ask you just briefly tell me about yourself and what brings you in today?
Yes, I am a retired Marine Sergeant. I've been married for 5 years. And my wife told me last week that she's pregnant.
Oh wow! Well, congratulations and
Thank you.
thank you for your service to our country.
Yes.
When is she due?
She is due in October.
Okay. So you've got about 9 months, and that can be. I'm guessing by your tone, you were definitely surprised and maybe feeling a little overwhelmed.
Oh, yes. A little bit. Yes, I'm excited, but also overwhelmed and nervous, obviously.
I understand. Now, are you working outside the home or?
Well, right now. I'm retired, and I have a home that I basically own. So we have a nice lot of property. So I'm pretty busy usually most of the time and keeping up with things within the house, and it takes up most of my time.
Is there anything in particular that makes you nervous or maybe agitated or?
Well, I mean, this what I have on my plate now is quite a bit, and so I just feel that with a new arrival on the way here in 9 months, that we will need a little more assistance, maybe financially, and maybe other ways as well. Maybe psychologically, we may need to talk to probably a social worker to work through some things to tie up any loose ends.
Well, I must say it's definitely good to hear that you're kind of thinking things through and planning ahead. But this is your first time with your wife to have a
Yes.
child? Okay,
Yes.
so the first time can definitely be challenging. I understand that.
Yeah.
I've kind of been where you are, but not, well, obviously not from the perspective of a father. But is there anything in particular that worries you?
No, not really. It's just, just the unknown, and I want to make sure that I open up as many avenues of approach that I can to seek the help that I need.
Okay. Do you feel like you maybe need community resources, maybe to help you budget plan or?
Yes, those two would be helpful,
Okay.
to make it and alleviate any pressure upon my wife as well. As many sources of external help that we can get, I'm on board with it.
That's excellent. I mean, I can look at your intake form and everything once it's put in completely after the appointment. I can look up some resources that I think that may help, and I can definitely have those ready by the next appointment. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about today?
So, so what will you be available for help for again? That you can maybe just clarify right now a little further?
Yes, like I said, referring to resources. If there's anything that I cannot provide, it's not within my training or it's something that another agency or organization will handle.
Okay.
Those things I can refer you out to.
Okay.
I think as things arise, we'll progress forward. If anything comes up that you really want, one topic that you really want to focus on, we can take an entire session. We can take 5 sessions for that.
Okay.
It just depends on what your needs are.
All right.
We can definitely, depending on as things come up, we can work through a goal plan of things that you want to get done, such as, do you have a room that you need to get ready for the new arrival?
Oh yeah. yes, that's one of the things. And, you know, I have some skills with carpentry, so, you know, I may be able to even remodel the room and build on anything I may need, a closet or maybe an area space for where our child's bed will go or whatever. You know, some minor framing and some, you know, trim work and whatever I may be doing soon. So I may need, you know, help even to find any help toward maybe getting a loan or, you know, something for our remodeling costs or whatever. I mean, because I have limited income, you know, like I said, I'm a retired. We have a home that we basically own, so, you know, expenses can get sort of exceedingly high and, you know, sometimes out of control, but we always get it back. But now with our child on the way, you know, I want to make sure that we are going to be settled, established, and, you know, not go anywhere, you know what I mean.
Understand. Well, we're about done for today, but
Alright.
like I said, going
Thank you.
forward, I can get you some resources. To me, it sounds like you, even though this is your first time having a child,
Yeah.
you sound like you really have it set. You kind of know what you're doing. Making a plan is a good thing. Budgeting is a good thing. So I think you're on the right track.
All right. Thank you.
So
Thanks
thank
for
you.
all the advice.
You're welcome. Thank you very much for coming in today.
All right. Thank you.
Mark.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too.